So you tend to ridicule, you tend to humiliate those who have no education. Those who have had a difficult life. No, I would say it's those souls who don't want to leave their place, they actually do. But very early on, parents do not accept that their children waste time studying. Children have to work to support the house. So those miss a good opportunity to grow in knowledge, not in wisdom. Knowledge is one thing, wisdom is another. Having knowledge and not knowing how to use that knowledge is not having wisdom. And often, that rural resident, who has little education, who barely knows how to sign his name, has more things to teach you than you, who have a very high level of knowledge. You may have knowledge, but life wisdom, you have nothing. He's the one who has it. Because he knows how to take what he needs from what he doesn't have. You don't. It is clear, my brothers, that I am not generalizing anything here. It is clear that many who study have wisdom compatible with knowledge, is obvious. But generally speaking, we can divide it into three parts. Those who do not want to have either knowledge or wisdom, are down there. The most superior part, those who have knowledge and have wisdom. And the middle part, which mixes everything else together. And in this middle part, you're going to have all kinds of gaps between knowledge and wisdom. So my brothers, begin to realize how everything in your world is focused on non-wisdom. You are led to believe, exactly those who have the most difficulty getting up there, are led to believe that, look, you can even try, but you won't get anywhere. And they believe in it so much that they don't really get anywhere. Now there are those who say, no, I don't agree with that, I'm going to do my part. And they get there. It's my brothers, you also get carried away by what others say. If there was an intention that everyone, would have the same knowledge, you would have the same education for everyone. It doesn't matter, if you live in a poor neighborhood or if you live in a rich neighborhood, everyone would have the same knowledge. Then yes, I would say that everyone would get somewhere. Of course, there would always be those who do not want to leave the place, this is already understood. But for those who want to, they wouldn't be forced to believe, that they wouldn't have a chance. Because they were level with everyone. Daddy's little boy would be studying the same thing that poor man would be studying. Then everyone would have the same knowledge, wisdom would belong to each one. Each person would surpass their knowledge to climb a little higher, but everyone would be level. But that's not what exists in your world. The disaggregation already begins there. Those who have more conditions, study with much more knowledge, with much more affection for teachers, with much more conditions, than that poor man who lives there, in that corner. And so who are the ones that politicians like to nod the most? I'm not going to answer here, you know who you are. So they can go there and promise a lot of things, including saying, look, from now on, in my government, you will have schools exactly like the other schools there. And then everyone. Ah, he's our savior. And then the election passes, and what does that politician do? Anything. It's already been elected, it's over. What am I going to do for? They have to stay there. And so is your world. It's my brothers, everything is very well planned, everything is very well orchestrated, so that the vast majority, because it is the vast majority, they are unaware. And everything is so clear to them, that they don't have knowledge, that they end up convincing themselves that they don't have wisdom either. So they are born poor, live poor, die poor. And this is perpetuated by other generations, because they were encouraged to believe it. There is nothing to be done for them. So wisdom. I'm not going to say that it's not linked to knowledge at all, of course it is, but it has its exceptions. You can have a lot of knowledge and not be wise at all. Likewise, you may have no knowledge at all and be wise in life, and take your soul forward. It's my brothers, so in closing I would just say to you, be wise in your decisions. Before you make a difficult decision, stop, meditate, think about it. Don't make hasty decisions, because that's when you change the course of your lives, and take those shortcuts, which delay the journey of your soul. So when someone says, "What is your decision?" I'll tell you tomorrow. And during that time ask yourself, ask your heart, ask your higher self, what is best for my soul, for my journey? Guide me, help me make the right decision. And rest assured that the right decision will be shown to you. Now, you have to be very strong, because many times, your surroundings make you make wrong decisions. So whoever makes a decision will have to fight against those around him, many times. But be sure that it is good for your soul journey. Otherwise it's good for those around you, I'm sorry. One more time they will see that you made the right decision. So be wise when making a decision. Search within yourselves for the answer. Not the other one. You have the habit, I'm going to make a decision. What do you think? He will give his opinion, as if it were him. He's not thinking about you, he's making the decision as if it were him. And then you freak out, because that decision wasn't for you, it was for him. So don't ask anyone anything. Ask Father or Mother God, ask Sananda, ask any saint you want, show me clearly, what is the best decision to make. Now you are the one who will make the decision. Because many times we show the decision, and you say, no. I'm going to make that decision here. And you go the wrong way. When you ask a being of light to help you make a decision, what do? We show both paths, you will be presented with the consequence of the yes path, and the consequence of the no path. But the decision will be yours. We will never give you the solution. Now if you ask your higher self, it is you. He is your soul. So he knows what's good for you. Then he will be able to say, this path is the right one. But also with your human conscience, you can accept it or not. So my brothers, be wise in your decisions. Be wise in your journey of life. Be wise how to go through the lessons, because they are what evolve you. Is knowledge good? Yes, knowledge is very good, because it gives the chance of new paths for the soul. Better jobs, better placements, I agree. But is that beautiful and wonderful placement the best thing for your soul? So think about it. Don't just listen to the mind. Don't just see the money you will earn. Try to find out if it will be good for your soul journey, for your life. Because many times, you make choices that are good for you, but for your family who depends on you, it was your worst choice. So be wise. Know how to balance all the pros and cons before making a decision. And ask for help, just don't expect the answer from us beings of light, but we will show you both options and you will know how to choose. Be wise when choosing. I am Archangel Michael. I am always here ready to help each of you see the truth of each option. And this way you can choose the one that suits you best.